Hey everyone, today I'm going to be looking over how I review pro games. Now, remember, I'm only 2Q AGA, so my perspective of pro games and reviewing games are not nearly as good as, a lot of the Don players and pro players who are making YouTube videos. But at my level, some of my friends, my 5 Don teacher, he tells me that it's good to learn at least 3 pro games at least a month and teach them to his other students or my other friends. And so I haven't been because I was busy in school, but now that it's summertime, I figure I'll go back to reviewing pro games. Not like crazy, but I'll do it once in a while. So what I first do is I go to Wall Theory's Go Pattern Search. If you haven't heard about this place, it's really good. And the reason I like it a lot is because if we go to the clear, what you can do is you can put in your moves. I tend to pick openings that I really enjoy. So like some people can play the San Rensei and you'll get a whole bunch of pro games who played that opening, or Chinese opening, Kobashi, anything like that. And it shows the numbers as well as like how many pros played this. So number 1, this would be move number 1. This is like the biggest. More players played this move than any other move when they start the game. My personal favorite opening, I'm gonna start with this one. White's next biggest move is here, and the reason is I think is because black is facing here. But I'm just gonna show you a few moves and then we'll get into the review itself. Now the number 1 move is here, which is under the star point, but my personal style, I like this move. I enclose the Shimari, white comes in here, and then black approaches. So anyway, I did this. I did the moves that I was like, okay, I think I would play these moves, and so I wanted to see what professionals kind of play in my style, or what style I play in theirs, And so I ended up playing a whole bunch of moves until I found a game I really liked. Now, we'll go look up those players' names right now. I just gotta do a couple of moves so it'll narrow down into the game that I picked for this video. Okay, so this is the game I picked. I was like, okay, these moves make a lot of sense to me. This is how I would play in the opening. So black is Park yeonghun, and white is An Joyeong, which sounds Korean to me. I'm not 100% sure, but it does sound Korean. Anyway, so this is the game I picked. If you wanted to go through the whole game, you could do these moves and then you can watch the whole game. You can go all the way to the end. So I'm actually only going to review the first 101 moves, because that's what I'm going to call this. Pro Reviews 101. So let's get into it. Let's see if I remember if I remember it all and why it was done. So my favorite opening style, and the reason I like this is because I get to do the Shimari, or the knight's move enclosure. It kind of feels like these points are really close to being yours already. Plus it gives you a direct direction of play, like you know exactly where you'd want to go next. Let's say if white enclosed here, then this is like beautiful. Like, oh, I love it, because you have this wall. It's kind of like having a wall, and now you have a 5-spaced extension, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on both sides. So it's like the San Rensei, but with a guaranteed corner. anyway. So that's why white usually immediately plays here. This was the #1 move on wall theory that pros play. And that's because it breaks up this direction. This is where black wanted to go. Now in my games, almost immediately I always play here. And the reason is because it makes this nice immediate box at A. So like, let's say if white plays either here or here. I'm not saying I would do this move directly. First I'd do some exchanges and stuff. But if, point being is this is like a really nice box. This is a lot of points. And it's very hard now for white to like attack this thoroughly. I mean, it's still possible for sure, but anyway, we'll go back to the pros moves. So I didn't know this, and now I do, so I'm gonna start playing it. But the pros moves for wall theory, the best moves were here, 1 and 2. So approaching this Shamari is the key to this opening, I guess, because now white can't make the Shamari move, right? So white actually pincers. I've been having trouble figuring out when's the best time to pincer, and this was like all these were like the #5 moves. Like nobody played anything over here except maybe one pro, but he was like 1 out of like thousands and thousands. So the pincering is definitely the correct move, I guess, from the pros perspective. Black plays here. You can see, so white does a 1, 2, 3 jump, and black makes strength. Black makes a lot of strength here, so it's like a wall, big wall. It allows you to attack, which black does. So black first leans on this white group, makes strength, and then he attacks. It's a very natural way of playing Go. White, it doesn't want to get eaten. Black makes strength. And so in my games, if I was playing white right now, the first move I would want to think about and even just do on instinct is to kick here at 1. The reason is because these 2 stones are not, they're a little cramped. That's what it is. And so if you have 1 stone, you jump 2 spaces. If you have 2 stones, you jump 3 spaces. So if white kicks here, black has to, he doesn't have to, but most of the time he plays here because it's a good way to try and survive. And then white can play a big move. So he's like nearly surrounding this corner. It's not completely surrounded. There's definitely some agi, but he's nearly surrounding this. Because he's high, he's still attacking these 2 stones. And black is like, he's hurting. Especially if white gets a move here. So if I was black, I'd play here. But anyway, point being is this kick is usually good. It's what I was thinking. But let's see. So white actually plays here. Yes, white plays here. Now this move is really cool. I like it. Not only does it strengthen these stones a lot, it makes these stones weaker because they're strengthened, and it gives them way more room to run out. So and it attacks these 2 black stones, so it does like a bunch of things just with 1 move. It was really, really cool. I liked it. Black plays here. This was the natural move, even for me. And then black solidifies. Like he asks, hey, can I have your corner? And if white was to block here, I think you'd be at a disadvantage because black has like, this is almost alive. It's like really close to being alive. It's still got running space. And so if white plays something like this, I bet black could come over here or something. So white prevents that and plays this, but now black gets to the corner for free because white plays here. So black got the corner in Sente. This group is extremely solid. This group is still, it's solid, but it just, I feel like black did really well here. And it's all thanks to building this wall to allow this attack, to allow this safety. Black plays here. White has to defend. And then black comes back and takes his points. I think this was really good timing, because black can't make a lot of points here now because white stones are pretty strong here. So, I mean, if black can't do something like this, right? Because white can just come in here with the 3-3. Or even, you know, he would fight a little bit and then still have the option to do the 3-3. So black decided, I'm just going to take this corner, and this is like really good points at this point of the game. So black has this corner, black has this corner, black has this corner, white has this one. Well, it's contested actually, but you know, he's only one move away from getting it. The problem is white only has this one settled territory other than this one. And so I feel like white's behind a little bit in the power of territory. But that doesn't mean he's doing bad. White sees this as a weak group, so he believes he can profit with it, and so he does. So now as black, I would instinctually just want to like play out more. I would want to run a little more, and that's okay, I guess. It's not great because white can still make points, but at least white would make flat points, and I'd be coming out in the center, which is where it looks like white's gonna try and start to build. But black's way stronger than me and cool, so he plays this move. I like this move a lot for white because now, I mean, these can't be separated because these are the 3 stones here, and then it feels like it gives white power to play over here, and it gives white like some prospect for the middle. This was a really good move. Black asks, can I connect please? And white says, sure, you can connect, but you'll have to give me these 3 stones if you want to. So black says, nah, we won't talk about that. White says, okay, well now I'm gonna see if I can attack everything. I'm not gonna wait. So black plays this. No, I'm sorry. Black plays this move. This was really cool. So he's making eye space, obviously, and he's trying to take the corner. If I was white, I would have played here. But I can see why he doesn't now that I'm thinking about it. I think it's because of this. Possibly. I can't speak for the pros, but, or even, or even this. No, first black would have to make these exchanges, and now black can do this. The 2-step hane. I don't know how good it is, like, locally, but does that make sense? I don't know. I could go into the variations. I made a video on the 2-step hane. It could be something like this, but I can't say that's great for black. I'm not sure why white didn't move here, but white ended up playing this move. Now this is a very clear reason why he played it. This almost completely seals off black. I don't think black can get out into the middle anymore, and so that's it's a pretty easy to be like, oh okay, I understand that language. Black plays these really awesome exchanges, and then white has to come back. So now because black got this move, this is almost 100% alive. And then black said it was worth spending the points to make it 100% alive. Let's see. Okay, I remember now. So white is like, okay, well, Now this is really thick and solid. I did lose the corner, but I have this really nice wall here forming. So he asks, can I make the wall bigger? If white submits and wants to save his black stone and, you know, some territory here, white now makes this giant wall. Like, this wall is, it's humongous. So black says, no, I need some pokes for outside influence. At this point, I would want to play here as white. I'd be itching to play here because this black wall, I want to use it. I mean, sorry, white wall. This white wall, I want to use it. But white ends up playing this way. Which is, you know, I'm sure it's great. You know, who am I to judge a pro? It's just, it wasn't a move I was thinking about. It makes sense. I mean, once white plays here, now he can like solidify and he would guarantee himself some life. But it's too slow, and I at least that's how I felt. And white agrees with me because he doesn't play here. He ends up playing here. So it's too slow to like block. And so that makes me question why play this move now if he wasn't going to block. But, you know, what do I know? So white plays this move, I think, because let's say if he does do something like this, and black can make white extremely cramped. And like, well, I doubt white will die, but he's not going to make a lot of points, while black just made a lot more points. Could go something like this, right? And that's humongous at this point. So white prevents black from getting this move. Black says, okay, this is still kind of looking like a big wall, and that could be a lot of points. So black wants some center influence, so he plays this. This felt aggressive to me, but I mean, it works. I don't think I would play that in my game. I'd probably just be a baby and play this. White plays here. Black connects. And now, as white, I wouldn't be thinking about connecting with this stone here. Or maybe... No, this is the move. This is the move I would do. Just legit, I would do this move. But white is way cooler than that. He's way stronger than that. He connects doing this. So if black plays here, now white can just kill this. And no matter what black tries to do, black's dead and white has eyes. So this was a really, really cool connection like move. You wouldn't think that this move connects with this stone, but that's what it does, and it makes good eye shape. Cool. Pros are awesome. So black plays this. Black plays this. White's now dipping into black's corner. And now white lives completely in Sente, still connected with this stone. This was, in my opinion, really awesome of white. And black got a wall, but this wall is facing an empty space where both players are contesting. So at this point I was like, I don't know. I guess I'd like it, but I don't know. So now white gets to play this awesome big move. And black plays this. He's trying to use his wall while push down white and to break up white's original looking center points. This move, I don't truly understand its purpose. I mean, it probably is just it makes sure that nothing can happen down here. And I think that it also, I mean, black plays this. I think it also allows for white to like come up here and do some like, you know, fiddle around at black's potential points. Like black would want to move here, but he would have to spend a move to do it, and that's like, you know, if it's not in Sente usually, and it's not saving a group, then usually they don't want to spend a move like that, to my knowledge. So anyway, black played this, it induced this, and then black played here, and induce this. So now white's like become more solid, but black is now building a large area here while taking away white's large area. White plays this move, the knight's approach, and black plays this. I like this move. White ends up digging in, so they're both kind of like, black's thrusting his sword this way and white's thrusting his sword that way, so they're trying to jab at each other. Black plays, actually they do exchange first. Oh yes, okay. So black thought this was good timing now. I pretty much think, oh okay, so this move not only solidifies the corner in a sense, or at least is trying to solidify the corner, but it also leads to a really cool move when black plays here. Let's say if white played this right now, right? Or something, let's just say white plays something that doesn't matter. Black can play this move now, and if white was to try and block this way, now black is okay. And these stones are hurting. The one I see is white could play this way, but now black gets to play this to ruin an eye. And white would have to answer either here or in ko. And then black can fight the ko, and this would be really good. And if white answered this way, now he gets this. So this move is like, it's good. It's really good. Not only does it does two purposes at once. It takes territory and pokes at white's shape to give him some good follow-ups. So white answers, and now black plays this, the stabbing move. Black comes back. This is a really good move. I don't know if I would, I hope I would play it in my game, but sometimes I don't always connect my stones, and that's this is essentially what this does. It keeps this well connected. Let's see. So white now wants to poke. He's like, okay, this corner is not completely safe. I'm gonna show you. So white, I believe, sacrificed these stones to get this nice thickness here. And the two moves at this point that I was thinking about, this is like, feels like the very natural move in the local situation, because once black plays here, this Atari is big for black. But if white plays here, I feel like black will play this, right? And that's really, really bad. So then I thought white should play this then. And if black plays here, now white can do something like this. But white plays this, which is, I guess better. So it's good. Black takes this Atari now because he should, and then white plays this exchange. This is I mean, this is a move I'd find in the end game, but when it comes to pro moves, like the order of moves is always so different from my own. Does that make sense? Like I would play this move, I would play this move, I would play this move, but in different timing. So like I can find these moves, but I don't know the right time to play them, and the pros do, and they play them in really cool spots, and sometimes spots I don't understand. Like right now I don't understand why this is the essential move when I feel like this area should be more important. But black responds in his own way, and white thickens, and black plays this, and now white comes back to answer that. Black plays this, white plays this. He's getting a good solidified white area, and black plays here. I thought this move was cool looking because I feel like he's trying to get these points and maybe cut this or something. White answers here, and black plays this. White now jabs into black shape, and we are at the 101 move where black plays here. In the end of the game, Park Jeong won, and he was playing black. I didn't finish it myself, but I usually only play the first 100 moves because it allows me to really I understand the opening very well. Like, the opening makes complete sense. Whatever they're talking about with their hands, it makes sense to me, and I enjoy looking at their openings, and I feel like I should follow their type of openings way more than I do my own. And so reviewing these pro games strengthens my openings a lot. It also makes me feel like I learn how the stones kind of flow. Like, you know, like this situation up here. I thought this was a really cool exchange for black. How, like, white's like, okay, well, if you don't want me to have these 3 stones, then I'll try and take them all. And then black plays here. This, like, feels like a really nice flow, where if white played over here, black would play over here, right? So, like, if white played here or here, then black would play here or here, something to connect, right? Maybe this, who knows. But because white played over here, now black has to play over here. And then this move was, like, really cool. This flow of stones where, like, black does a sacrifice to threaten these guys so that he can get this move, and now this move helps it live. And same with this. So that's what I call the flow of stones, where, like, the stones just move. I mean, if white takes this, black plays over here. If black plays over here, white plays over here. Something like that. Anyway, I hope this video has probably been the longest I've done. I hope you had fun listening to a 2Q slightly know what he's talking about, but not really. And I'll be doing this more often, maybe like once a week or twice a week. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I hope everyone likes it anyway. So, oh, and I advise on your own to check out this website, and whatever openings you enjoy playing, I would review like once a week that opening on how a pro did it, and so you can get a real feel of how a pro opening is. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. Take it easy.